Did you know that 75% of leaders fail to realize their team's potential? Shocking, right? The truth is, many leadership programs focus too much on personal skills and not enough on harnessing the power of the team. But what if I told you that the most successful leaders are those who unlock the true power of teamwork? In this video, we'll explore 6 leadership superpowers that can transform the way you lead and create high-performing teams. From turning tension into creativity to balancing progress with well-being, these strategies will help you lead your team to new heights. You'll discover how great leadership isn't just about you, it's about empowering your team to reach their full potential. Stick around, because what you're about to learn will change how you think about leadership forever. Ready to unlock your team's superpowers? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The Secret Sauce. Why leadership is a team sport. Leadership is often seen as a solo endeavor. But the truth? It's a team sport. Great leaders don't just give orders, they create environments where teams can thrive. Leadership isn't about you at the top, it's about guiding the group to collective success. According to a Gallup study, 70% of team engagement is driven by the leader. That's a huge number, showing just how much a leader's influence can make or break a team. Think about it. Even the best individual players can't win without a solid team behind them. Leadership works the same way. A leader's role is to bring out the best in every team member, ensuring everyone feels heard, valued, and ready to contribute. This team-first mindset is vital for fostering collaboration. Effective leaders know how to delegate and empower their team instead of doing everything themselves. One leadership lesson from the world of sports is the idea of co-leadership. It's about sharing the leadership load. Consider the success of the New England Patriots in the NFL. Coach Bill Belichick didn't just rely on his quarterback Tom Brady. He fostered leadership across the entire team, creating multiple leaders on the field, each empowering others. The best leaders aren't always the loudest or most visible. Sometimes, it's the quiet encouragement or the subtle guiding hand that helps a team rise. Building strong relationships within a team is as crucial as having a solid strategy. A leader who fosters trust and mutual respect can elevate their team to new heights. Chapter 2. Empathy X Strategy. The hidden formula for supercharged teams. The magic happens when empathy meets strategy. Imagine a leader who understands their team's struggles and successes, their motivations, and their fears. That's a leader who can really get things done. In a study published by the Center for Creative Leadership, leaders who score higher in emotional intelligence, which includes empathy, have teams that perform better, feel more engaged, and even experience lower turnover. Empathy isn't just about being nice. It's about connecting with people on a deeper level. When leaders understand their team's emotional needs, they can align their strategy to that knowledge. This human connection makes people more willing to collaborate and work hard for a shared goal. Harvard Business Review says that empathetic leaders can build stronger bonds and improve decision-making because they know how to communicate and motivate their teams effectively. Being an empathetic leader means asking the right questions. It's about understanding what's behind a team member's concerns or how they see a project. Do they feel overwhelmed? Are they lacking direction? The key is being aware of what your team needs before they even say it. When empathy is combined with strategy, you get a leader who knows exactly how to align personal motivations with the team's goals. This balance leads to more focused work, higher productivity, and better results. It's like the difference between a GPS that only shows you the destination and one that also shows you the best route. Empathy gives leaders the roadmap to success. Chapter 3. The Art of Silence. Leading with listening. Great leaders know when to speak and, just as importantly, when to listen. In fact, effective listening might be the most underrated leadership skill out there. According to the International Journal of Listening, leaders who practice active listening tend to make more informed decisions, improve team dynamics, and foster innovation. Listening isn't passive. It's active, engaged, and often more valuable than speaking. When leaders truly listen to their teams, they gain insights that might otherwise be missed. Imagine this. You're leading a meeting, and instead of speaking over others or pushing your ideas, you take a step back and listen. You might learn that there's a bottleneck in the process that no one else has mentioned, or that team morale is low due to external pressures. Listening fosters an open atmosphere where team members feel heard and respected. This doesn't just improve relationships, it boosts the overall quality of the work. Research by McKinsey shows that diverse teams, where everyone's voice is heard, outperform less inclusive teams by up to 35%. It's a direct result of listening to different perspectives and integrating those insights into decision-making. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than words. It allows space for your team to express themselves fully. By creating this space, leaders can gather more meaningful feedback, solve problems faster, and create a sense of belonging within the team. Moreover, listening improves conflict resolution. It's often not about being right, but about understanding where the other person is coming from. Conflict, when handled well, can lead to creative solutions and even stronger relationships. Leaders who listen to resolve issues show the team they value harmony and collaboration. Ultimately, leadership isn't just about making big speeches or presenting grand visions. It's about taking the time to understand your team's needs, listening to their ideas, and giving them the platform to speak up. When you lead with listening, you're setting the stage for real progress and powerful teamwork. Don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying this video. We'll dive deeper into leadership strategies in the next chapters. Chapter 4. Energy Alchemy. Transforming tension into team triumph. Tension is often seen as something negative, but for great leaders, it's an opportunity. When managed properly, conflict can fuel creativity and drive a team forward. The best leaders know how to transform moments of high tension into powerful team-building opportunities. According to a study by The Economist, teams that experience some level of conflict tend to outperform those that avoid it. The key is in how the conflict is handled. Great leaders act as energy alchemists, turning the raw energy of conflict into something productive. It starts with reframing the situation. Instead of seeing disagreements as setbacks, they're viewed as a chance to refine ideas, challenge assumptions, and uncover better solutions. When leaders shift the narrative around tension, they help their team see it as a chance for growth, not a threat. One strategy for handling tension is practicing active mediation. When disagreements arise, the leader steps in, not to dictate who's right or wrong, but to help everyone understand the other's perspective. This not only diffuses the situation but also encourages empathy within the team. Research from Harvard Business Review shows that teams that handle conflict constructively outperform teams that avoid conflict, especially in creative industries. By addressing tensions head-on, leaders can prevent resentment from building up and instead channel that energy into more effective collaboration. Another critical element is maintaining focus on the bigger picture. It's easy to get lost in the heat of the moment, but great leaders help their teams zoom out and refocus on shared goals. When everyone remembers why they're working together in the first place, tensions often dissolve on their own. By embracing tension, leaders can cultivate a culture where people feel safe to speak up, challenge ideas, and contribute their best work. It's all about turning uncomfortable moments into opportunities for innovation and growth. When teams thrive under pressure, that's when true success happens. Chapter 5. Superpower number 4. Radical responsibility. Leading from within. Radical responsibility is a leadership superpower that's all about taking ownership of outcomes, whether good or bad. Great leaders don't blame others when things go wrong. Instead, they take full responsibility for their actions and the team's results. This mindset not only builds trust but also empowers the entire team to do the same. According to Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink, a former Navy SEAL, taking radical responsibility is essential for leadership. Willink writes that leaders must accept full responsibility for everything that happens under their watch. This doesn't mean they do everything themselves, but they ensure their team has the tools and support they need to succeed. It's about leading from the front. When leaders take radical responsibility, it shifts the culture of an organization. Team members see that they, too, must take ownership of their work and actions. This kind of accountability creates an environment where everyone feels responsible for both successes and failures. Leaders who practice radical responsibility also model transparency, making it easier for their team to take initiative. One powerful strategy is to regularly check in with yourself and your team. Ask yourself, what could I have done differently? Leaders who ask themselves tough questions show their team that growth comes from constant self-reflection. This creates a culture where feedback is welcomed and embraced rather than feared. Moreover, leaders who practice radical responsibility also inspire their teams to take ownership in their roles. When leaders admit their mistakes, they create an environment where failure is seen as part of the learning process. A study by Zenger-Folkman found that leaders who are open about their failures and encourage their teams to do the same experience higher trust and engagement. Leaders who own their decisions set the tone for everyone else. It fosters a sense of unity, and when challenges arise, the whole team rallies together to find solutions. By leading from within, these leaders transform challenges into shared victories, reinforcing the idea that everyone has a role in success. Chapter 6. Mindful Momentum. Cultivating consistent progress without burnout. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy for leaders and their teams to get caught up in the grind. But success doesn't have to come at the cost of burnout. Great leaders understand the importance of maintaining consistent progress without sacrificing their team's well-being. This balance is what we call mindful momentum. Mindful momentum is all about achieving steady progress while taking care of the human side of work. A study by Gallup found that 23% of employees experience high levels of burnout. Yet, companies that prioritize employee well-being report 10% higher profitability and 17% higher productivity. The key is striking the right balance between pushing for results and fostering a healthy work environment. One strategy for cultivating mindful momentum is to prioritize well-being alongside performance. Great leaders make time for breaks, encourage mental health practices, and ensure that workloads are manageable. It's not about pushing harder, it's about working smarter and taking care of the team along the way. Another strategy is setting clear, achievable goals. When goals are well-defined and realistic, teams are more focused and motivated. Mindful leaders break down big objectives into smaller, more manageable tasks. This approach keeps the team moving forward without overwhelming them. By celebrating small wins along the way, leaders keep morale high and prevent burnout. Mindful momentum also involves being present. Leaders who are fully engaged with their teams, listen to their concerns, and offer support when needed build stronger connections. This presence can be a game changer when it comes to fostering trust and ensuring that everyone feels valued and heard. Moreover, leaders who practice mindful momentum understand the importance of rest. They know that high performance doesn't come from working non-stop, but from taking the time to recharge and reset. This allows for sustained energy and focus, which ultimately leads to long-term success. By fostering mindful momentum, leaders can create a sustainable path toward success. It's about finding the sweet spot between pushing for progress and respecting the need for rest. When leaders maintain this balance, their teams are energized, engaged, and ready to achieve great things without burning out. If you found these strategies helpful, make sure to subscribe for more leadership tips. Stay tuned for even more ways to supercharge your team's success.